Hi everyone, Frag Guy here, and today I want to talk about Afnan's newest release, and it is called Afnan 9 p.m. Elixir. So let's dive right into it. The box looks like this. Yeah, the note is written inside the box. So I don't care about the notes because that note does not quite justify this fragrance. What do I mean by that? Is it a clone of something? That's the main question, right? Because Afnan normally creates clone. But no, this is not actually a really carbon copy of any fragrances that I know of. So what does this one smell like? When you first spray it, it actually smells like the dry down of lemale elixir, the original lemale elixir. So if you have sniffed lemale elixir or use it, so the how the dry down smells like. This fragrance 9 p.m. elixir actually opens up with the dry down of lemale elixir. So that's the first thing. So after 5 to 10 minutes the smell quickly changes. What does the dry down of this fragrance smell like? The dry down of lemon elixir or the opening of 9 p.m. elixir actually feels like little bit spicy, vanilla lavender combination. That's the main thing. So it like the opening of lemon elixir has mint, honey, those kind of thing, but in the dry down it becomes more vanillic and also lavender starts to come out in lemon elixir. But 9 p.m. elixir opens up with that, with a slight touch of spice, and that spice actually uh, evolves into much more. Right after 10 minutes, I would say it becomes more spice prominent. It has pimento and also nutmeg, elemi, olivenum, those kind of thing. So you will get many spices, and that spice will hit you in your face. So I will be actually I would be actually careful with the trigger of this fragrance because it can choke you out because of the spice. And because of that spice and the combination of vanilla, lavender, and in the dry down it starts to become little bit patchouli heavy. It will actually give you the feel of Lattafa Teraik Intense or Lattafa Kamra Dukhan. Those two fragrances are obviously different because the Teraik Intense has plum in it, but in the note breakdown of 9 p.m. elixir there is no plum listed, but I get plum, and that's the weird thing. And because of that plum mixed with spices and also vanilla, lavender, it actually starts to become more and more like Teraik Intense, Lattafa Teraik Intense. If you are familiar with that fragrance, that is very plum forward fragrance. But even though it is not a plum forward fragrance, it gives it a vibe of plum with added spices. And the thing is, because of the spice and like the plum type note, the vanilla and lavender, they actually stays in the background. So even though on the surface after like 10 minutes it will become 9 p.m. elixir will become more like Teraik Intense or even Lattafa Kamra Dukhan, the lemale elixir DNA will always stay in the background of this fragrance. So you can always sense that lemale elixir DNA in this fragrance in 9 p.m. elixir. So that is something to keep that in mind, because what I am saying basically that if you mix Lattafa Teraik Intense with lemale elixir, you will get 9 p.m. elixir. It is kind of like that. Many people have compared 9 p.m. elixir with JPG lemale elixir absolute. I did not sniff that fragrance, so I can't actually really comment on that. But if you mix Lattafa Kamra Dukhan or Teraik Intense with lemale elixir, you will basically get 9 p.m. elixir. That's what I am getting at least. So the performance is phenomenal, like 7 to 8 hours easily. I don't think any of the Afnan 9 p.m. fragrances had any problem with their performances, and the projection and Sias is really good. Like first 2 to 3 hours, you will get really solid projection. The Sias is actually really crazy. It fills up the whole room, and the performance is really solid, like 7 to 8 hours on clothing. So I would actually go easy on the trigger here. But the pricing, I think it could have been better, because right now it goes around like 55 to $60. I think if it was like $40, it would be a much better deal. So that's all. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you.